going? Kurt Spain back with another one. I think the way I'm going to start doing this is like when I do sit down with for a video, just do two, bang them out, give you guys some content. So I just did a video about the sincerity of conversations and keeping an open mind and trying to learn things from people. And today, or for this video, I think I'm going to talk about TikTok and social media brain rot. Okay? So if you're interested in that, just take a seat, hear what I gotta say, and for sure leave a comment if you disagree. I'm all ears. I'll let me, let me hear what you gotta say. So I think that social media could be the pivotal point where we teach the youth a bunch of different things that they might not be getting from home, from school, from wherever, right? But why would they want to use it that way when it could be used for entertainment? Why does anybody do anything when there's a more fun or easier way to use it, right? Think of YouTube, even this video. Why are you watching this instead of watching a funny video compilation, right? Well, that's for you to decide, right? Now, especially with our youth and our kids, they can't differentiate like brain rot material versus like things that might actually spark deep thought from them or self-reflection or introspection. None of that, right? It's like that continuous scroll, 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 scroll. I don't see kids reading books anymore. I don't see teens read or adults reading books anymore, hardly ever. And why would you? You can just micro learn, 7-second videos, 15-second videos, and you can't even retain any of that information. It's just constant stimulation. It's a waste of time. There's so much things you could be doing, so many things that you could be doing that go into yourself, into others, but instead we're all isolated in this little box staring at this screen for so long. And I hate it. It sucks. I call it a TikTok loophole, right? Or an Instagram reel loophole, or a YouTube short loophole. I mean, how many videos until you're wrapped in it, like, and it's got you by a hook, and you don't even realize that half the day's been gone because you've just been sitting there all day, And there's so much like wisdom and knowledge in this world that you could try to use a video to spread. You could try to open people's minds. You could try to make them wake up, but it's like if they're not interested in the first 15 seconds, then they're definitely not going to stay for any longer because that's that refractory period that they're in. Like that's all that there's there. And you can't even blame schools. How do you have a teacher teach 30 kids whose brains are TikTok brained? How do you do that? You got to take a break every 30 minutes and let them go on their phones. So, and I think like if you look at like some of the role models today, whether it's like rappers or podcast guys or these YouTubers are hanging around with a bunch of OnlyFans models. I mean, what kind of rotting to our kids' brains does that do? Like these people that they're watching, these people that they're looking up to are a bunch of fucking idiots. They are, and none of it's real life. It's all just a bunch of bullshit. But it's so easy to get wrapped up in it because it's entertaining. I want to be like this guy. I want to be like that guy. Or I want a girl like this. They're all a bunch of trash. All of them. They're money hungry. They don't care about you. You're not their fans. They don't unless when that money stops rolling, they don't care about you anymore. And that's the sad truth. But your boy Kurt Spain, I got your back, man. So, and what does it teach people? It teaches people that whatever they find on there is real life. There's no filter, right? I think that's another one of the issue. As you get a little more wise, you start to be skeptical about everything you hear, right? You hear this guy talking, you hear this guy giving advice, and you're like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot. You don't got to tell it to his face, but you can sense it. Sorry, gotta fucking. Anyways, now one of the other issues I think is that maybe the parents aren't aware of it. It's the newer generation. I had a phone when I was in fourth grade. iPhone already. You know, I'm 19 years old, born in 2004. For any of the future people who might see this video, this is made in 2024 January. You know, so you know I'm one of the first like generations of kids. I'm a Gen Zer too. You know, who it had a phone at a young age and kind of had this stuff, but my parents didn't, and their parents didn't, right? So this next generation of kids who, you know, probably the generation of my kids, right? They're going to be they're going to have parents who are on their phones, right? Now, what do we do from here, right? Because I can sit here and talk about, oh, this is bad, this is but what are we going to do about it, right? I think the call to action, give these kids a filter. Don't try to take it away, because that's like that cold turkey approach. Don't try to take their phones away. Don't try to limit their screen time. I mean, a full degree, but give them that filter. Give them that sense of skeptic, like, hey, is everything that I'm ingesting on this internet, like, is all of this full? Even the political biasy from both parties, red and blue, like I've seen so much bullshit from both sides. I'm like, this shit is not even true, and people are reposting it without even fact checking it. People my age, you know, I'm almost 20 years old. These are the people that we got are casting votes. You know, these are the people that are voting for laws in our country, or you know, people that are influencing each other. These guys don't even fact check. They just repost mindlessly, like, you know. So that's step one, I think, is give our kids a filter to be able to, and not even just kids, teens too, right? Like adults, like everybody, I guess. And then I think that step two is maybe we just need to blacklist people who are just fucking retarded. Sorry, politically correct, or you know, whatever. Sorry, but maybe we just need to blacklist the people who are, you know, just constantly pushing bullshit into our people's minds, right? Who are constantly like making people think that if they don't have this, and that, they're not good enough, right? The and it's the people who are like flexing and flaunting their money, say Twitch streamers, right? Flexing, flaunting this money that you're giving them. You know, it's like you want to be like this guy, you want to live his life, but you're giving him your hard-earned money, and no one, like, no one's thinking about this. No one's second, like, why are we feeding this guy? Why are we don't? It's not a donation. He's robbing you. He's robbing you of your hard-earned money. So my overall statement, my overall point that I want to push on to you guys: just don't feed into this bullshit. Have that filter. Have that second guess and judgment to the stuff that you guys are seeing. To all those kids out there, just don't believe everything you see on the internet. Start fact checking. Just a Google search. I know you guys know how to do it. Just be better. You know, don't just repost things blindly. Like, don't spread misinformation, you know? Do your best to truly understand the things that you stand for, and do your best to have that filter and not let these clowns on the internet destroy your perception of reality. Kurt Spain out.